Flying out of here, is that the biggest difference to you right now? It's just what the Rangers are doing at the plate.
Well, we did some good things too, but didn't group much together. I think the swinging bunt by Beltre and the double play ball, Miguel tried to get deflected off Miguel. You look back at little things like that set up. Don't get into, the ballpark's playing the same way for both clubs. The ballpark fluctuates a lot during the season, so they don't change conditions or dimensions. So they hit balls that would have been out regardless. So we're paying for the mistakes we make. Solo home runs don't usually get you. It's the other ones. Chris had a big night for us. Just couldn't get that shutdown Brocky pitch real well. Would have really put us in a bind if he hadn't.
This was the most runs Miguel had allowed this season. I mean, was he just up a lot more than you would like to see?
He was up. He was trying to make some pitches, and he got some balls in some spots that he normally doesn't get them in, and they made him pay for it.
You guys, with Chris had 2 home runs. He's hitting well, and Machado. Were you kind of hoping that there was going to be a lot more offense after the Machado home run?
Well, we scored 6 runs. There was enough to win a baseball game. They just did a better job, and pitched a little bit better. Not much. Lewis bent but didn't break. Kind of pitched to the lead there, but we never felt like we had time to run the plate again in the 9th, and we couldn't get. I thought Chad threw the ball real well. Just the swinging bunt and the fly ball to left that carried out. But that same situation's there for everybody.
Do you think that ball was going out, Moreland's initially, the fly ball?
When that ball's hit over in that area, you don't know until it's in a glove or not. It just, it fluctuates a lot how it plays here. I wasn't sure Manny's ball was going out, but there were a lot of things that happened. Other than that, we, Zach needed to pitch tonight, and that was good, but I don't hang it around on one thing. I mean, it's not like they change conditions or dimensions for one team and the other. We're all playing the same environment.
Moreland with the 4 home runs in 2 games. I mean, is there anything you can do to try and cool him off, or is he just in the zone right now?
No, yeah, he's been a good hitter for a while, especially in college. So, we don't. He's just good. We made mistakes, whether it's been him or somebody else. You get the ball there, you're going to pay. Sometimes you try to keep it in the park, but he's not missing the mistakes we're making more than anything. Not taking anything away from him. That's what big league hitters do. He's been doing it for a while. I mean, he's hitting 300. It's not like he's picking on us. Power's a little bit, but it's always been there. Sorry.
With Chris, it just seems like over the last 10 games or so, he's kind of starting to put things together, and he's always kind of been a streaky guy, but do you feel like watching him that maybe he's on the verge of going on one of those runs that he has?
Well, I don't know, verge. He's kind of been on one. He's, I think if you look at, the pace he is, we're getting close to that halfway point where you just kind of multiply everything times 2, and you get an idea of where they are. At the end of the year, Chris is he's going to have his moments, but his damage, he can create a lot of damage in a hurry and really be a force for us, and he already has been this year. But that's why when he goes through some challenging times, there's some good things potentially to happen around every corner.
Rangers haven't had, maybe the power they've had in years before, but I mean, obviously, a bunch here in the last 2 games. I mean, is that kind of team that they're capable of it?
No, if you look at their track record, they have that. It's usually sooner or later during the course of the season, it plays. And I think, unfortunately, last 2 nights we've caught them at that time. If you look at the track record of some of their guys that they've committed, a lot of commitments to, that's what they do and why they get those commitments, but that they're able to do.
Got 2 2/3 scoreless from Brad tonight. Is that especially important given the 6-man?
That's what I said earlier. Yeah, Brad was a big key if we're able to, we got to kick it around whether we got to make a move because we really don't have much length tomorrow, and you don't want to go in assuming that Wei Yin's going to do something, but Brad's done that. I didn't like the third up. We were even thinking about the fourth one, but you're going to pay that piper. He was up 3 times. He finished an inning, then pitched 2 after that. But Brad's defended himself well against left-handed hitters, and that was a pretty good situation for him.
You said that before you'd said coming in the series that it was going to be difficult getting through the series with a short bullpen. You just said you're contemplating.
No, we always sit down after a game, Rich, and we'll do it again tonight. I know. We always were guilty of kind of looking ahead. With a 6-man pen, you kind of have to manage it a little different and make sure you're trying to win that game, but you're trying to make sure you keep people out of harm's way, but also present your best opportunity to win a game. Tonight was a night that I could have used Zach in the 8th inning to finish out if I wanted to, but we didn't present that opportunity.
Given the roster crunch you guys already have, is it more difficult today, or does it not matter?
More what?
Because more difficult today to make that move for tonight or for tomorrow, or does it not matter because you want to don't like you said, keep everybody in harm's way?
No, we're fine physically. It's just you're always on that cusp, but we know we're going to have to make room for Kevin. So you always have that potential of doing it a day early. It's up to Dan. Okay. Thank you.